Because it's Easter, some of you might be joining us for the first time. So we're super glad you're here, and I want to let you know what we've been talking about the past few weeks. We've been talking about comeback stories. You know, those incredible moments when someone bounces back from defeat and turns everything around. Comebacks are exciting, partly because they're rare. Everyone loves the moment when the underdog wins. But let's be real. Some people talk a big game and never follow through. The louder the promise, the bigger the letdown when it doesn't happen. So when someone does follow through, when they do exactly what they said they would, it's powerful. And that's exactly what we see in Jesus' story. You know, Jesus invited 12 disciples to follow him. They gave up everything because they believed he was the Messiah, the one to save God's people. They watched him heal the sick, calm storms, teach with love and authority. But then things took a turn. Jesus and his followers went to Jerusalem for a Passover. And the city was buzzing, but not everyone was excited. Religious and political leaders saw Jesus as a threat. One of his friends betrayed him. Jesus was arrested, unfairly tried, and sentenced to die on a cross. And just like that, everything his followers believed seemed to fall apart. Had they been wrong about everything? Was Jesus really who he said he was? But then Sunday morning came. And John 20 tells us that Mary Magdalene went to the tomb where Jesus was buried. When she got there, the stone covering to the entrance had been rolled away, and the tomb was empty. They have taken the Lord's body out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him. She ran to tell the others. Later, she came back and saw someone standing nearby. She thought it was a gardener until he said her name, Mary. That one word changed everything. She recognized him. It was Jesus. He was alive. And this moment is huge, not just because Jesus came back to life, but because he chose to appear first to Mary, a woman. In a culture that didn't value the voice of women, Jesus flipped that script. He proved everyone matters in God's kingdom. Jesus didn't just talk about sacrificial love, he lived it. He died on purpose to make a way for us to know God. And his resurrection proved everything that he said was true. In John 11, he says, I am the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me will live even after dying. Jesus said it, and then he did it. His comeback proves that he's worth trusting. So what does this mean for us? If Jesus really came back to life, then his words just aren't good advice. They're solid truth. And that truth invites us to respond. Here's 3 ways I feel like we can live like it's true. First, we can trust Jesus with our life every day. Maybe you've already done that. And if you have, keep going. Maybe you're curious. So stick around and ask questions. Stay open. Second, live with hope. Jesus' comeback shows us nothing is too broken for God to fix. Not even death could stop him. And 3, treat others with love. Jesus' love was radical and inclusive. If we follow him, our lives should reflect that same love. Following Jesus isn't about having it all figured out. It's about taking small steps, day by day, to live more like him. And his comeback gives you the chance for a comeback too. So here's the invitation. What if Jesus' comeback story could be your comeback story? Because it can be. He did exactly what he said he would do. And that changes everything for all of us. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week.